Welcome back to my Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today? As apparently it's stopped snowing anymore. It's no longer winter here in an Animal Crossing New Horizons town. But to be fair, we did have an update, or at least I had an update just before starting the game. As I open up my notepads here, don't mind me. Yeah, I had an update before the game, which is presumably the Mario update, which will be, well, I was going to say it's coming, but it's already come. I don't know if we can access the things yet because it's not March. Presumably we can only access them for March 10th, which is Mario Day. But anyway, hello there everyone. Right now on Fawnhollow, it's 3:26 PM on Thursday, February 25th, 2021. No big news. I'd like to touch on a seasonal object. Earlier today, a clump of bamboo caught my eye and reminded me of a piece of horticultural trivia. Did you know that this time of year is perfect for harvesting fresh bamboo or young spring bamboo? Which also reminds me to remind you to get crafting to enjoy some of this season's DIY projects. I can't read it all apparently. I guess that would be where she would give us a young spring bamboo DIY project if we were starting up this game for the first time. But we're not. We're very much into spring now apparently. Who's this? Harry. Check it out here. I was going to write you a whole thing about how amazing bonsai trees are. But then I started daydreaming about them. And pretty soon I realised I can't really cover it in a note. So here we are. Guess that's it. Got something from Label, 2 Taylor tickets. We've got something from Nintendo. We need to clear out our mailbox inventory at some point. Thank you for downloading the update. Is this going to be a precursor to what we'll expect to find in the Mario universe of furniture? Mushroom mural. Does seem like it. It is red harvest for today. It's not red. Is it someone in the town square? It could only be Kix if it's in the town square. So it's not. It's weird seeing our island not covered with snow again, to be honest. We don't need to give out photos to anyone now, do we, anymore? I was like, do we still have Stonehenge? It's like, bam, a flip switch, then suddenly our entire island looks like it's lit up now with spring colouring rather than the winter colouring. Winter just immediately ended. It's not even been the first day of spring yet, has it? I don't know what I'm looking around for because I don't need to look for fossils anymore. I guess we should just see if the rocks actually spawned in its correct place. And if we're happy with it, we can finally get rid of all these mannequins plaguing our island and start decorating other stuff, I suppose. There we go, there's our final rock. Have we got one of each type of rock? No, we got a duplicate rock. How many types of rocks are there? I would like one of each type of rock, but New Horizons rock. Or as I put New Horizons rock gallery. All types of rock. Oh, no, I want all rock types. All rocks. All rock types? Come on, game, give me what I want. Game? Wikipedia, give me what I want. All rock. 6 rocks. I don't know. Is this every type of rock? Because, oh, maybe there's only 4 types of rocks. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Maybe I can tell from the Google images if there's one that we don't have. So we got that one. We got that one. That one looks the same. I think there's only 3 types of rocks. 4 types of rocks. Sorry. Ah, we got them all. Okay. Well, with that, with the grand unveiling as we finally move all the mannequins out of the way. You might ask, how do you do that, dear? Well, wouldn't you know it? It's something super easy. All you had to do is change this design, apparently. As simple as putting a red dot in the middle, being like, done, perfection, design, confirm. It's amazing. And like that, bada bing, bada boom. All the mannequins have now disappeared off our island. We could put Stonehenge back in its proper place, now that the final rock has spawned in. And there we go, we got our mini rock farm in the middle here. It looks a bit strange at the moment, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what we're going to do exactly. I think we should probably get rid of these paths surrounding rocks, but I don't know, we'll think about it more later. I think we just need more rock themed furniture to really spruce it up a little bit. But that's not really something we've got in the cards for us right now. Oh, hello Vivian. You know how we sometimes say good evening as our special greeting? Why don't we come up with a new greeting? Well, okay, fine. I suppose good evening's a bit anachronological. Anachronistic? Is that the word? How about how wonderful. You know, keep that positivity flowing. So yeah, what have I been up to today? Not much. How wonderful. Did a bit of programming, and then I started recording the next series, which is replacing Oberdin, which is won't be coming out till next week, I suppose. It's still quite a bit of time before it rears its head. It's quite amusing. It's quite charming, I'm not gonna lie. It's a game with a lot of charm. It's not so heavy on the puzzle aspect so far, from what I've seen behind it, but it's got a lot of unique characters, interesting characters, which certainly make up for it. Whether it's a good fit for a puzzle slot or not is a good question, but I was going to... And I've been recommended quite a few games. Oh, we need to customize our shovel. I forgot. I was meant to do this yesterday, but I didn't. I guess I'll customize both our equipment, and we'll also check our Nook shopping so we can close out this notepad I've got open. KK Aria, we definitely have this one. Close it out. Yeah, it's a very nice game. It's very charming. But if you don't know, I try to have 3 different types of games going at one time. One a story-based game, one a puzzle-based game, and one a mechanical-driven game. And since, of course, Oberdin finished, that was the puzzle brain teaser style game. And then the one replacing it needs to be an equivalent puzzle or brain teaser-esque game. And I've been recommended Talos Principle, and also I've seen Steven's Sausage Roll or whatever. There's no red. There is a red option. I was like, let's try and customize our shovel and watering can together. Those are the games I've been recommended. I don't have them, is a problem. And I forgot to buy them during the most recent Steam sale, which is normally when I try and buy these games, but I forgot, so that's just completely on me. So I was like, okay, well, I need to play something in this gap, and I was like, I looked through my list of games. I don't have many puzzle games currently, because a lot of them I've beaten. But I had this one. I had Tangle Tower, which I don't remember when I bought or when I got it. But either way, it's a game which I looked at and I was like, this looks very charming. That's probably why I bought it in the first place. And it was cheap, and I was like, okay, let's play this. I'm playing it, and it's great. It's a bit hard to talk during, to be honest, because it's the rare game which is actually voice acted. Oh, we should actually shoot these down now because these have a chance to be in the bamboo recipes, don't they? Oh, we should just wait for it to come over. Yeah, it's actually the rare fully voice acted game, which I'm not sure if I've played a fully voice acted game yet. So rather than me having to do voices, we get to listen to the characters themselves speak. But it does mean that it's a bit hard because I ended up talking over them a lot of the times. I will say, I haven't even talked about what the game is yet. Oh, it's a surprise, I suppose. If you can figure out from what I'm saying, then I'll be very impressed, I suppose. But either way, it's a very charming game. What was I going to say? I forgot. I was going to say something about it, but I forgot what I was going to say about it. Sorry, slight pause there. I don't remember what I was talking about. Talk about the game, but I don't remember what I was saying about it. It's just a pretty fun game so far. Oh yeah, it's hard to talk over. And oh yeah, I was obviously you're not going to hear it for like I think. Yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks, so I haven't done the thumbnail art yet. I'll probably do the thumbnail art on the weekend or something. I don't know. I forgot I was meant to book a doctor's appointment today. How did I forget? Oh well, that's fine. That's right, the GP hasn't closed yet, so I can still call them after this. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, what I was going to apologise is the audio is a bit low in the first 2 episodes. So I think I'll turn it up for future ones. I didn't realise how quiet it was. Which normally doesn't matter as much because there's not actually dialogue you need to listen to, but the dialogue on the actual game is actually quite low. Or what it actually is I've turned myself up like a huge amount. Because it's based on feedback from before. Like I remember a lot of my earlier episodes people said I was very quiet in, so I was like, okay, I turned it up a lot. I mean, I kind of speak quite quietly in the first place. Not like I speak like shiny like this or anything, but I just kind of have very chill, I suppose, relaxed tone of speaking, which doesn't really translate well, I suppose, to being loud, which is reasonably important, I suppose, when it comes to being understood and heard. So the first 2 episodes of that, whenever it goes up, is going to be like, you can barely hear the characters, but you can see what they're saying at least. So it's just narrated what they're saying out loud. So it does lose a little bit of charm that way, but yeah, I suppose I need to rebalance the stuff. Probably turn myself down a little bit, turn my computer noises up, that sort of thing. Try and get the balancing right, because it doesn't matter as much on the other things. Like in Hollow Knight, it's not like you're super listening out to the soundtrack as much. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong. Don't take what I'm saying to be like, oh, I hate game soundtracks. I love game soundtracks, Game soundtracks used to be something I always used to listen to. I still do, actually, to be fair, quite a bit, but I'm more selective now with what I listen to. Like, nowadays, I listen to the ones which I consider my favourites. And if you want to know what my favourite soundtrack is, it's tough. There are a lot of good options. In fact, the 4 good options I have, which I'll definitely probably make up my top 4, because of how much I like them. I don't know what white flower is meant to be there. Nor what white flower is meant to be here. What blue flower can even go here? Not rose, not hyacinth. Okay, this can only be a windflower. This can only be a pansy. But yeah, windflower, windflower. No, what was I saying? I forgot. Just legitimately forgot. Oh, game soundtracks. So these are the only 4 soundtracks I've ever bought, which should be a testament to how much I like them. And they are Undertale, Night in the Woods, Cuphead. What's the other one? Ori, and The Blind Forest. Because those soundtracks are phenomenal, if you've never heard them before. Top quality stuff. I mean, Undertale is very renowned for having a fantastic soundtrack. I'm not gonna lie, every time I still hear his theme, I mean, I don't cry. I wish I could say something like I cry every time, but that'd just be factually incorrect, because for some reason I don't have that reaction when listening to things. I don't cry at things, but I do. My heart just goes, ooh, that feeling you get when something tugs at your heartstrings. That's a feeling I get when I hear his theme. It just hits me, I suppose. All the memories come back of playing that game, and I'm just like, well, I won't say much about it because it'd be spoilers. I guess we should harvest some young spring bamboo. Because, like, why not? 'Tis the season. None of us is young spring bamboo. These are just bamboo pieces. Which is not what I want, alright? Yeah, there we go, some young spring bamboo. What? Only one? Two. Come on, one more. Oh wait, no, one more did drop, just behind it. No, what was I saying? I forgot. What was I saying? Soundtracks. Yeah, those are my 4 favourite soundtracks. Oh yeah, Undertale, that's why. Undertale's fantastic soundtracks. His theme, fantastic. That's probably my second favourite. My favourite, Heartache. It's a beautiful soundtrack. Oh, that's the whole reason I ran over there, to put the pink flower down. Obviously there's Megalovania, which everyone knows, because it's been memed to death. And it appears in every single meme compilation ever. Oh wait, we put the flower down already. For good reason, it's an absolute bop. What other good songs are there on the soundtrack? I can't remember what it's called, like Waterfall, I think? Oh wait, hold on, I lost it now, in my head. No, it's not right. His theme, also very good. Your best friend? That's going to make no sense if you never played Undertale, which is a fantastic game. Unfortunately, not one I'm going to be playing on my channel, because I've already played through it. It's a real shame, but I wish I'd started this channel earlier. Like, you could have seen my reactions to playing things like Bad Boys U, Undertale, what else? I don't know. Lots of other games. For the first time. For the very first time. Which is, like, a big draw to people. Is watching people play through games that they've played through already and seeing their reactions, seeing their love for it. And luckily for me, I'm super positive about games. I'm never going to say something bad about a game unless it's really terrible, I suppose. So I can share those good memories as well. It's a benefit always looking at the positives of things, I suppose. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. Video game soundtracks is something I always liked. I suppose it's because I've had to think about this actually recently. I think I tend to prefer songs either without lyrics in or lyrics I don't understand in, which is why I tend to like K-pop quite a lot. It's because I like to, I suppose, impose my own meaning or my own lyrical, I suppose, interpretations of a song, I suppose, while putting lyrics there. Not saying lyrics detract from a song, far from it. In fact, they definitely add to it, but when I can put my own interpretation, I suppose, on it, this would be such an amazing thing to give to Raymond. And we should buy that royal gown as well, because we haven't seen it yet, I don't think. I think it, yeah, when it opens up, like, allowing me to project my own emotions, I suppose, onto it, I'm just like, this is it. This is top quality stuff. Formal shorts. Sure. That's what I'm all about, apparently. That's what tends to be something I like more. In certain cases, not in every case. What was that very left one there? Buy something? Sell a hot item. Legitimately forgot hot items were a thing. Until this very moment, I forgot we could actually sell things and they're considered hot items. And it's cranny. But yeah, that's why I tend to like soundtracks, because of they create a sense of emotion without lyrics or words necessarily. Not saying, but sometimes words are good as well, you know. Not saying I dislike songs or words, and I'm just saying like this is why I used to listen to loads of soundtracks and stuff, and probably why I like K-pop is my guess. Not just K-pop, like pop in other languages. It's just sort of K-pop is one of the larger scenes, so it's a lot easier. It was a lot easier for me to run into it randomly. Even like I listen to a bit of J-pop here and there as well. Ooh, Blossom Lantern for Hina Matsuri. We need to withdraw some money. We have no money on us right now. So yeah, other good soundtracks of it. Night in the Woods I really like as well, because I think that is the one. That one, maybe in a vacuum, is not necessarily the best soundtrack in the world. Or I should say, it doesn't have the not global appeal, but like the widespread appeal that necessarily the other games have, because it's very sort of atmospheric, I suppose. Is how I'd place it. Why don't we start moving orange and yellow flowers out and start watering them as well, so we can start planting things in the summer section too, huh? Sounds like a good plan. Plan? But yeah, it's very atmospheric. But I think that's a game which I end up liking the soundtrack a lot more than usual, is because of how strongly I tie its association with the game itself and the memories I've had from the game and all those good times. I'm just like, oh, remember that good time? And I'm just like, yeah, that's it. Like, they have a song in it called Die Anywhere Else, which I love, by the way. I just wanna die anywhere. Oh, hold on, there's a white hyacinth here. How long has there been a white hyacinth there? I just wanna die anywhere else. Anywhere, just not here. Oh, wow. That sort of thing. Stuck in my head all the time, for eternity. And I suppose Night in the Woods had a strong impact on me, so that's why I liked that soundtrack so much. So I bought that as well. Part 1 and Volume 2. What's about Cuphead? Cuphead doesn't really need much of an explanation. I think it's a fantastic what's that genre called? Ragtime genre piano pieces. I wonder if there's a Cuphead music book, like a piano piece book. Like Cuphead just knocks its aesthetics straight out of the park in every sense of a word. It's just fantastic. We got the old rubber hose cartoon style. They nail that old-timey feel with the music, the ragtime piano. It's playing along. It's like a lesson in mastery of going for a thematic and just absolutely nailing it in every sense of a word. Well, in my opinion. I wonder if we need fewer red flowers. So I guess we'll just start with yellow flowers for now, then we'll do orange flowers in the future. Because we don't have enough space over there quite yet to put down any orange. flowers, but still. We should also check with our villagers, see who's crafting. Excuse me, did I miss everything? And now springtime's rolling around again, we might actually have the opportunity to get all the bamboo furniture and the spring blossom recipes, especially with spring blossom. Those are the biggest ones. So we might actually just spend a load of time just hunting down balloons when it comes to the spring blossom season, because that's what we really need to do. What was I saying? Yeah, so Cuphead obviously needs no introduction. It's just fantastic. Go listen to it. It's super amazing. What was the other one? Undertale, Night in the Woods, Cuphead. Oh, Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Blind Forest is just incredibly atmospheric. The atmosphere and sheer amount of, I don't know, mysticalness, I suppose, that comes out from the soundtrack when you listen to it, just perfectly encapsulates the entire theme and mood that Ori and the Blind Forest is going for. That sort of whimsical, mystical, mysterious feel. Maybe we can put orange flowers somewhere. How many spaces do we need? 7. Problem is we don't have a space around here to put them. We'd have to move them, I guess, over there. Oh, we could move them in front of the museum. I suppose we could do that temporarily. Oh, I kind of want to keep everything together though. It's so inconvenient if we have to move it in front of the museum. Okay, let's not move it then. Let's put this white hyacinth down. We'll sort out our inventory, and then I don't know. Maybe we'll try and move the festival items, see where we want to put things. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing. You know, I put these bushes randomly down. I kind of don't like them randomly put down everywhere. I feel like there should be a bit more order to them. But alas, it's what I've done. Like, wouldn't it be cool to have like a bush here and a bush there? You know that song? Bush here, bush there, everywhere, bush, bush. Old MacDonald had a farm. Bush, 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 bush. You know? Because right now it's just a bit haphazard. Like, you can't even see this bush. What's the point of it? Like, this bush makes sense. Like, we should switch this bush location with a flower that you can actually see. So like, instead of putting it here, we can put it, where'd be a location where we can actually spot it? Like here, I think, would be decent. You can see it while going around the corner. We should buy more of them, probably. Because that just makes more sense, doesn't it? Doesn't make sense to have it so isolated. In my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of video games out there with absolutely killer soundtracks. I wonder what video game is best known for its soundtrack. But not in a sense that it's like nostalgia film. You see, like this bush makes sense. I think we actually should put a bush here in front of it. I don't really care if it blocks a box. Nor it makes it a bit more difficult to get around to that well. Just the symmetry of it is the most appealing part to me. And plus we could probably still access a box on the side, right? Yeah, see? Fine. Should we see what the hot commodity is for today? Barbell pot. Strange. I mean, I guess we could make it. I mean, I guess we might as well make it, so we can actually get the Nook Mile ticket missions, because I suppose our extreme end game is to get all the villages that we actually want. So we're going to need a lot of Nook Mile mission points for it. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. The upcoming Mario themed items. Obviously, it's not really got a place on my island to have much of a Mario theme section. Maybe I'll try and incorporate the pipe somehow. I don't really know how I'm going to do that. So, who knows? Okay, barbell. I forgot what the other one was, to be honest. So I guess I'll make a barbell. Barbell and pot, was it? I think it was pot. We don't have a lot of clay, I don't think, so we should probably just make a barbell. If we can find it, that is. That's a kettlebell. Barbell. 10 iron ingots. It's not a lot. Easily done. So I'll make this, we'll sell this, and then I don't know what we'll do. Do I ever know what we're going to do anymore? Not really. What I should really be doing is I should really be checking nighttime more often to be getting Celeste stuff, but I'm just so lazy. Not lazy, I just forget, to be honest, most of the time. Animal Crossing doesn't take up a lot of my mental space right now. I suppose, like, what astrological season are we in? Or sign are we under right now? 24th of February. I think about is Aquarius. Yeah, because especially since half of our main island decorations requires these astrological things because we're basing it off nighttime. It's going to be quite difficult to decorate the island without them. And I should really, you know, be trying to wish upon more stars or that sort of thing. It's just me being lax, I suppose, with the situation. Obviously, I can always time travel to get them, but I don't really want to time travel if I can help it. It seems much better to me to try and have these things come naturally. You know, as the case may be. Who was our visitor for today? Did we find our visitor for today? I don't think it must be Gulliver then. Or Gulliver. Because I don't think I've checked our beaches. So we should probably do that a bit quickly as well. Just so we can get Gulliver. That achievement or whatever it is. That mission to help him 30 times or whatever. Which I think we've done. I think it's 50 times this next one. Or 100? I can't remember. Or maybe we've done it now. Honestly, sit from my memory. Or if it's not Gulliver or Gulliver, it must be Flick or CJ. But we had them both last week, didn't we? Can't remember. Maybe next time Leif is in town, we should actually buy more bushes from him. Just in advance. I noticed the pumpkin's actually swinging around there a lot. Because it's quite windy. A wrestler uniform. Don't really know what to make of that mirror, but thank you very much. As we try and find Mr. Gulliver and Gulliver and try and help him in these last 3 minutes we got of today's episode. I guess we talked about music soundtracks. What other music soundtracks do I really like? I'm trying to think of ones which really jumped out to me. It's hard to remember. You know, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I really like it, then I forget to download, like, and buy the music of a soundtrack once I hear about it. So it's sort of like immediately gone from my memory. There's Gulliver. Bugger taking a nap, taking a snooze. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Well, they won't be, flirty siren. Of course, call another ship. And we'll deal with that in a bit. Can we find all of your computer parts, or your communicator parts in 2 minutes? That's the big question. Luckily the beach is considerably clearer than it used to be. When I used to have flowers in the beach. You remember that? When I used to just plant flowers on the beach near the respective village's house. And the beach was just littered with flowers. And then I took the time to sell all of them. Wild, huh? To think that was like half a year ago or something. Because we're nearing up on the anniversary of New Horizons. March 20th. Remember the date. That won't be day 365 for me though. Because I skipped out 4 days. In the middle, I remember. That's quite right. I suppose we'll... I don't know. Do we just continue counting it from day 365? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. Either way, these communicator parts aren't actually spawning. Okay, I'm trying to think what game also has really cool soundtracks. Because I'm subscribed to this YouTube channel called 8-Bit Music Theory, I believe. I think it's their name. Who often breaks down like a lot of Nintendo's... Not just Nintendo, but... I started watching them because of the breakdown of Nintendo stuff, I think. Of the soundtracks in the games and the meaning... Not necessarily the meaning behind them, but the choices made behind it and the sort of effect and why they choose something like that. Or why the soundtrack sounds the way it does, you know? Because I'm sure even the layperson can listen to a soundtrack and be like, oh, this makes me feel sad or whatever. Something feels off about the soundtrack, but I don't know why, and he breaks it down into understandable terms that the average person can understand, and it's very interesting. Especially because I do have a bit of a musical theory knowledge, you know. Talked about this before. Done quite a lot of grades in music. But alas, my music theory is not that good anymore, since I did them when I was much younger. And don't really remember. A lot of it. What? A manila clam? Absurdity. I didn't want to use that, I wanted to throw this away, forget yesterday, we'll make the great escape. something from Walt here. What is it? A tiki torch? We already know how to make this, almost certainly for sure. Might as well check, just in case. You wouldn't want a case where you said a recipe when you actually did make it. Didn't know how to make it, sorry. Wrong around. Yeah, what other soundtrack? Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, I suppose that comes to mind. Had a very sort of, interesting soundtrack, which I actually think is one of that 8-bit music very even discussed, from what I recall. Because of its use of, I can't remember. Chromaticisms or something? Like notes next to each other, which usually sound bad, but when used correctly. Oh no, that was the Toho one. The person who created that Japanese anime, I don't know what it's called, Bullet Hell, there we go. He uses a lot of I keep wanting to call it chromatic aberration, but that's something else entirely. That's a visual effect. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it was a very interesting YouTube video about it. About how he managed to get it sound so dissonant, but without overcomplicating it or something. I should go watch it again. It's I love channels like that. Things which break down stuff I'm interested in for the layperson. But not necessarily for the layperson, for the interested person, I suppose. There's a bit more knowledge from the layperson, but also doesn't have the expertise of a well-researched person, Experts breaking down things for simpletons like me, I suppose. That's what I like. Anyway, I suppose we'll round off this episode here, so if you have been watching, thank you very much for spending Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Links in the description down below, and I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. Oh, we're going to round this off in a good place. Here, why not? I hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.